Hey and welcome to Solving. Although, fair warning, this isn't just a tip, there's a bit of explaining in this one too. Spirals in AE are simple enough to do. You link one null to another and spin the parent around while animating the position property. But golden spirals are something else entirely. Golden spirals are the most common construction shape in nature. They're fractal, meaning they look identical no matter how close or far away you get from them. Mathematician Leonardo Bonacci, better known as Fibonacci, first described the spiral in the early 13th century. Fibonacci also came up with the Fibonacci number, the mathematical sequence where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. I'm going to this year's Fibonacci convention. It'll be as big as the last two put together. Anyway, the golden ratio, as the spiral is also known, is hugely popular in graphic design and architecture. It's widely accepted that art, buildings, and any design which follows the golden ratio are more pleasingly aesthetic. Which brings us to After Effects. There's no preset for the golden ratio or Fibonacci spiral in AE, which when you learn about how important it is, kinda sucks. I spent hours Googling and really struggled to find solutions. You know, just between us, I don't think most mathematicians understand the Fibonacci sequence. I found dozens of websites all listing the equation, and none of them were useful in spelling it out enough so I could translate it into an expression. Take this site, Math.sin. They can f*** right off. It's all, ooh, look at this formula, with zero explanation. Math.com at least explain what each of the terms mean. Oh, except for this one, E. What the f*** is E? In the end, I found the answer I needed on the Autodesk forums. I had to rewrite it for After Effects, but at least I had something I could work with. This expression, when added to a null object, will have the layer animate through the golden spiral perfectly. Here's how I implemented it. Create a null object by going to Layer, New, Null Object. And then before we add in the equation, go to Effect, Expression Controls, Slider Control. Hit Enter and rename this Size. This is going to control the size of your spiral, and keyframe this property from 0 to 1000. Down in the description, and a really important step here, if the subscribe button is red, click it to be grey. And if you see the like icon as grey, go ahead and click it to turn it blue. And once you've done that, click on the More option to expand the description and copy the expression. Looking at this expression, we create a variable called radius and link it to our slider, but the values are too big for AE to handle, so I divide this by 145. You might want to alter this, but it worked out right for me. Then we take each position property in turn and do maths on them. I left Z at 0, so I get a 2D spiral here. Then I bundle up the position values into an array, and now the null moves in a golden spiral. But it's at the top corner though, so rather than try to edit the equation, let's make a new null object. Set it initially to be positioned at 0, 0, 0, and parent our spiral null to it. Then we can alter the position of the parent to wherever we want on screen. To display this path, I'd link it to CC Particle World. Check out my tutorial on how to make a preset to make that easy. For that preset, I need to have another null object, which I will need real-world coordinates for, so I'll use this expression to link my emitter null to the spiral. And then I'll apply my preset, I'll link to the video in the description, where you can find the expressions you need to use with CC Particle World. And let's up the longevity, and in physics turn off velocity and set gravity to 0. And there's our golden spiral. In the description below, you'll find a link to this project, so you can get started right away. One other thing I found on my internet troll was this preset by HiPoly. This creates a shape layer in the golden ratio. You can use as a guide layer, so it doesn't render out just by clicking here. The blog was last updated 7 years ago, but I couldn't find any sign of HiPoly being active. But thank you dude, it's a really nice preset. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm spending so long looking for a golden spiral in After Effects, well that's because in my next tutorial, and especially for subscribers Hanal Doucet and Modou Klib, I'm making a galaxy.